In anything you do in this life, do not let a real prophet of God lay a curse on you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a true prophet of God, laid a curse on Awomolo, SAN, the Council of the Federal Government, during that heated moment in the court sentencing day. And it's unfortunate because Awomolo himself doesn't understand the gravity of that curse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu laid on him. Because Nnamdi Kanu's court case was the case that brought out the name Awomolo. Before then, nobody on earth knows his name. Nnamdi Kanu brought out the name Awomolo. Even Omotosho brought out these two names. And Nnamdi Kanu also used his hand to extinguish that same name. Watch as the name Awomolo becomes extinct and the name Omotosho becomes extinct from this earth after that curse he laid. The video is still fresh in my mind. The video moment, the heated moment Nnamdi Kanu passionately unleashed that curse as a prophet that he is, still gives me goose pimples. Let's watch it again.
God will punish you now and forever. Any judgment, let it be on record. Any judgment in this court is rubbish. Ask him, where is the law? Ask Omotosho, where is the law? Where is the law?
In such moments, I could only wish Awomolo well and Omotosho well, because there is no man, even in the Bible and anywhere you think of, that has escaped the curse of an anointed, not just any man of God that calls himself man of God, anointed prophet of God. That is why I keep on praying every day that God should always find me pleasing in his eyes, worthy all the time, that God should show me mercy in anything I do in my life, and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, should find me worthy to even mention his name and talk about him in my platform, because I am nothing before him and I am also nothing before God. So it's a pity right now for Awomolo and Omotosho, because this actually marks the end of their journey in whatever they have to do in their lives. The journey continues as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name has become a figure, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name has become so popular at this point, even more popular than those people who are campaigning every day for politics. Nnamdi Kanu in the prison is even more valuable than people who have spent years spending money for promotion, spending money for billboards and advertisements. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name carries more weight, credibility, and love in the streets. This is ironic, because actually, if you know the amount of money and billions people spend to win elections, you will know how it feels when somebody who has not spent 1 naira, 1 kobo, just walks into the ballot box and defeats you 100%. So I understand their pain. I understand their pain. Even in all this, Nigerians in all walks of life have decided to eulogize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by printing massive t-shirts and spreading with the inscription, "Show me the law," Omotosho, "Show me the law." That is a t-shirt that is raining now. It is everywhere on social media. That t-shirt is a reminder of what happened in the court. That t-shirt, of course, has put Nnamdi Kanu's name on gold, map of gold. In a case, they said that he was unruly, that he was this, he was that. They even accused him of what he never did. Still, his name is the name people talk about even when he was sentenced to Sokoto State Prison.
Omotosho, where is the written law? Show me the law.
This is exactly how it happened when Sarowiwa and others were sentenced, to death by Abacha. It's funny enough that Abacha later even died as a result of the evil he committed during his tenure. And the people he sentenced to death, who of course went to the firing squad, their names still lived on. That shows you that African judicial system, justice system, has done nothing for the people other than cutting away their leaders and cutting away responsible people from the society. People that stand against the imperialists, people who use proxies to rule over the large mass of people. And this leads up to the moment of Prophet Odumeje himself, a man of God who is very controversial, and people do not understand the kind of person he is. But like I said, at this point in time, God raises strange people to fight for his children. God told Elijah, if you do not speak for me, I will raise up stones and skeletons to speak for me. It's so unfortunate that at this point in time, Odumeje used his church, his sermon, his platform, just like the way I use my platform. Odumeje used his platform, the platform that God gave him, to talk, to speak against the injustice, and to expose the nitty-gritties and the wickedness of the Nigerian government meted upon Nnamdi Kanu and Ndi Igbo in general. That video went viral, and I'm sure by now many people have seen it. But for those of you who have not seen that eloquent video and speech, I will play it for you so that you will understand that it is when time comes, you will know who is your friend and who your enemy is. Odumeje, with this speech, is a hero of Biafra and a warrior for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Watch the speech.
Nnamdi Kanu, the only good man in Igbo land, only good man that love you, a true love, is only Nnamdi Kanu. The only true man that love this country, that want everybody to be free. He want Hausa to be free. He want Yoruba to be free. He want Igbo to be free. Everybody go to your country and develop your own nation. If you want to kill your brother, then you can kill them. Don't come and use one Nigeria and clean other people. And one personal people, one particular people are eating your resources in the name of Nigeria. That is why they refuse for the separation of Nigeria, because one families are benefiting one Nigeria, not all the Nigerians.
I'm sure you're surprised because some of you do not know Odumeje can speak English. It's funny because many see him as, maybe a loafer or maybe a tout. Probably some see him as just an actor. But never underestimate any human being. So long as he has 2 eyes, 2 legs, 2 hands. Never underestimate what God put into any human being. First of all, ask yourself, how did his church grow so big if he is just a nobody? If he doesn't know what he's doing, how did he command people like that and they follow him? Never judge people by what you see on social media. Odumeje spoke the minds of all of Igbo race. Odumeje spoke the exact words of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would like to hear. Odumeje spoke our minds, and he took that risk to speak his mind, a risk that many people are still afraid to take. Many people are still scared to use their platforms to speak for their brother. They are so scared to the point that they can't even mention Nnamdi Kanu's name on their platforms. What kind of cowardice is that? What kind of cowardice is that? I want to say a very big thank you to Odumeje. This is the step in the right direction, and this is exactly what we want to see from every Igbo of well-being, that God has given a platform. You can't use your platform to enrich yourself alone. Your platform is a place to serve the people. When you were given this platform, God saw other people to give, but gave you because he believed that you are worthy. But when you keep hiding yourself, when it's time to help people, when it's time to turn up in the face of the less privileged, you hide. It's only when it's about making money, making more money, boosting your image, connecting with people that don't matter. That is when they will see you. That is when they will see you. Ndi Igbo, wake up and rise up. Because the Usman Dan Fodio children are not sleeping. Usman Dan Fodio left the caliphate. The Sokoto Caliphate, the Fulani Caliphate, they are still on their mission to Islamize Nigeria. They are still on the mission to terrorize the country, as you can see happening in the bushes of Zamfara, Sokoto, Kanu, Kebbi. They are pampering their warriors in the bushes because they don't consider them terrorists. They consider them as warriors, of course. That is why the Nigerian government, anybody in the federal government power, must do as they say, because Nigeria is their birthright. That is why their people are in the bushes and they are even supplying them ammunition and guns. They have rocket launchers, GPMGs. They have all the gadgets, and they make videos on TikTok. They make Facebook videos and live. All because to show you that they are the owner of this country. They kidnap at will. They go to any community they like to kidnap. That they are not doing these exact things, wholeheartedly in the southeast with ease is because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If not, by now the southeast would have turned to Sodom and Gomorrah, would have been destroyed. But because of the efforts that Nnamdi Kanu put in years ago, they are scared to operate freely in the southeast. They should better be scared, because the southeast is not a fortress for the Fulani Janjaweeds and the Fulani terrorists. The southeast is a holy ground, a blessed ground for Ndibo around the world and those at home. The southeast is our El Dorado, the place of our ancestors, a place of Ojukwu, the place of Nnamdi Kanu, the home of Joe Achuzia, Erid Achuzia, the home of thousands of Ndibo warriors who died during the Biafran War, and the children, of course, who lost their lives, and the spirits of our forefathers. The southeast, the Igbo land, the Biafra land is our home. It is not a home of terrorists. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Turn on notifications, select the bell that says all to get notified whenever we release a video. I have been your host, Chi Ne. Thank you for watching my video. Till I see you next one. Peace.